Nowadays, the shoemaker is the man who fixes shoes. There was a time when a shoemaker could take knife and wood and carve a last, and on this last could lay leather and findings in such a way as to make a pair of shoes. Anthony Scarzi began to learn how to be a shoemaker when he was 9 years old in another country.
Hey, I'd like him this afternoon.
Then you better go someplace else.
No, I like the way you do my shoes.
I can't.
What's the matter?
Because I'm making a pair of shoes for my wife. Anniversary present. Today I'm married to 2 years.
Okay. Well, fix my shoes.
No, tomorrow, all right.
Okay. Okay, tomorrow.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Some men marry for money and some to possess beauty, and some marry for love. And once in a long while, a man marries for another reason. Anthony Scarzi married the daughter of his friend. At first, when his friend proposed the marriage, Scarzi refused. "I am not of her world," he said. "It would not be a good thing." His friend, who was dying, pressed the point. "I beg of you, with the power of my dying, please to marry my daughter." 2 years later, Anthony Scarzi gave in. Shortly before the death of her father, he married Josephine Maria Ametto, who was beautiful and many years younger, and more of this American world than Antonio Scarzi. On their first anniversary, this man made for his young wife a pair of blue shoes, for she loved to dance. On this second anniversary, the shoes are red. It is his intention, God willing, to make for his wife each anniversary, so long as they both shall live, a pair of shoes of a different color.
Hey, what have you been? Ma che fa? Come che passa? There's a bigger party goes on in your house, and you're the only one who's not there.
What do you mean a bigger part?
Party for you and your wife. The whole house is full of people.
That's right.
I wasn't expecting no party.
That's why it's a surprise. Come on, come on. A lot of people's waiting for you. Come on.
No, please,
Oh,
I'm
come
not
on.
dressed and my hands are dirty.
No, come
Give
on.
me chance.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time. Sure. Let's go.
Please, I gotta wash my hands. Everybody have a good time. Drink, have a good time. Who's it there? Josephine.
Go away, old man.
Is that you, Mr. Scarzi? I was just congratulating your wife on your anniversary. I don't know why I didn't bother to Turn the light on. I know it must look bad to you, but believe me, nothing was happening.
You don't need lights. You've seen this all before.
Josephine, go out there with the guests.
Look, let me explain,
There's
please.
nothing to explain, young man. My wife and me, we go out with the guests. And you go out all by yourself.
I don't want him to go out.
He must go.
You think you're going to stop me? If you don't like it, you get out of here.
Don't shame a man in his own house like that. I'm going, Mr. Scarzi. I'm just going. But I want to tell you something for your own good. Your wife's no good.
Shut up.
She came after me. I know that's not much of an excuse, but that's the
right.
only excuse
Now you
I
care
got.
about him.
I said
I don't
shut
usually
up.
come in a guy's house like this, but she wouldn't let me alone.
His own house.
Look, what did I do? I just came in here for a drink of water.
Oh, I was waiting
She
for
was
you or
waiting
for
here for me
anybody
in
who
the
came
dark.
in.
She didn't care who it was.
I said don't shame her. It's my wife.
Your wife's no good.
What happened?
What happened here?
Scarzi threw him out the window. Call the police.
No. Call the ambulance. Tony, what did you do here?
I want to kill him. I wish I lived up high so I could throw him off of the roof of heaven.
The police are gonna come.
I gotta find my wife. Josephine! Josephine!
Compound fracture of the right femur.
You give him any sedation?
No, he's fainted. No sedation.
Sid,
Yeah,
any chance of my talking to him?
yeah, this will be a good time. We're going to bring him around for a couple of minutes.
Bene così. Ma dopo, cosa ci siamo? Abbiamo mangiato, abbiamo bevuto e ci siamo divertiti, giusto?
Ecco, per qualche ragione di confrontare la polizia,
Ma lui ha detto che ci stava.
Now, what about the man in the backyard? It's been established that he was at the party.
At a party like this, the doors, they open. Maybe he wasn't there.
Well, what happened to him? How did he get in the yard? What about the people that live here? Were they at the party?
Signora Scarzi?
Yes, I know their names. You've given me that before. But were they here? And where are they now?
Well, they should be here, I suppose, but you know how it is, huh?
Yeah, we know how it is. Well, come on. Let's let Frank carry on up here.
Thank you.
Yes.
they ate, they drank, they danced, they had a ball. That's the answer to the question, what happened at the party? What's the matter, you chicking out? Allora, io voglio sapere, come un uomo,
How do you feel?
I got a lot of pain.
We're detectives. We'd like to ask you some questions.
Yeah, all right.
How'd you go out of there?
I slipped. I went for a glass of water and I spilled some and I slipped.
Nobody pushed you, huh?
Why would anybody want to do that? Is that for the pain?
Yeah, that's for the pain.
Good. I need it.
How come they sent for the police?
I don't know, maybe they want an ambulance or something.
Why did they tell us on the phone that somebody tried to kill you?
They say that?
That's right. That's what the person calling in said.
Well, people get excited, you know. Things happen and people get excited.
This whole thing smells. This guy never slipped.
Take it easy, will you? What are the damages, Doc?
Well, it could be a whole lot more serious than it is. A couple of fractures, most likely no internal injuries.
Come on, Mike. You know this guy was pushed.
I don't know anything. I got no witnesses. I don't have anybody to testify. The guy that got hurt don't want to make a complaint. What do I know?
She's not here tonight, Mr. Scarzi.
I need some change. I have to make some telephone calls, huh?
Yeah. There's $1 and change. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Josephine.
Antonio. This is Janet.
Oh, well, don't be scared. I'm looking for Josephine. Just a looking.
But she's not here.
Yeah, well, I keep on looking. I call you back.
What's the matter? She didn't come home?
No, nothing like that. Just, we have a little argument, that's all.
Oh, I see.
I thought that maybe she come to you.
No, she didn't come here.
Yeah, all right. Well, I keep on looking. Maybe she come home with you later.
Antonio, listen, I'm not going to sleep now. So please, call me up again.
All right. I'll look some more, and forgive me for waking you up at this time of the night, huh?
You won't wake me up. You understand?
All right. If my wife should come here and she got no money, please use this for her.
You want me to call you, Mr. Scarzi?
No. Because if she don't want to see me and I came, she would only have to run again.
Hmm?
You could tell her that I'm be at the store if she needs me.
In the store?
Yes. And if she wants, I'll be very glad to speak to her. Only if she wants, eh?
Okay, Mr. Scarzi.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, thank you. I come right now. Is she all right?
Fine. She's all right.
Does she know I'm coming?
Yeah, I told her. I said to her, I'm calling your husband to come and get you. And I said to her, don't give me no nonsense, or you're gonna see something so terrible you don't see even if the gates of hell opens up for you.
I'd like to talk to her.
She's in the kitchen.
Your mom and me, we worry about you a little bit. Josephine.
Do you hear your husband is talking to you? Why don't you answer?
Nobody mistreated my wife, or not even her mother.
But she's destroying you.
Don't put that guilt on her.
Why you stay with her? Why don't you leave her? She's my daughter, and I'm telling you to leave her. Nobody's gonna talk bad about you, no. Everybody's gonna say, this is something you had to do before.
Please, I just want to talk to her nice and quiet, huh?
Right, Anton. You're so good. She hasn't got no shame. She doesn't know what shame means.
Please, don't say no more bad words. Go!
Why don't you get mad?
I get mad.
I don't know what to do about you.
There's nothing to do.
I'm me. You know who I am.
Yeah. I know who you are.
So that's who I am. So treat me that way.
I don't know. Sometime when I look at you, I think to myself, maybe I should hit her a couple of times. And not too hard, but just enough to make her know that she got a husband with a bigger fist. You know, you already hurt her so bad. I don't want to hurt you some more. And you don't need no lessons from me. You got a lesson of pain from yourself, from your whole life.
I don't want to go home with you no more.
Where you gonna go?
Places. Always some place to go.
I make a home for you. I want you to come back there.
Oh, crying out loud, why don't you let go of me?
I'm your husband, that's why.
All right. You want to talk quietly?
Yeah.
I think you ought to get the marriage annulled.
I'm not going to give up that easy, Josephine.
What are you holding on to? How many more times do you want to walk into the kitchen with the lights out, huh?
Please, these things I don't discuss with you.
These are the things I do. Why do you want to make me do them again and again?
I do not make you do these things. I'm a good husband. I'm no bad man. I don't make you do nothing you don't want to do.
You them, yes, you
No, I do not. Josephine, just like you got a sickness inside you. I understand. But don't put on me that I make you sick, no? I understand. And I got enough strength for you and for me. Put your trust in me. Take my hand and I pull you out of the mud.
Let me go down.
Well, why don't you want to try?
Because I'm no good.
Please, nobody say that to me. Nobody.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
I'd do anything for you.
Let me go. Let me go.
How can I do that?
Get the marriage annulled. I want you to get the marriage annulled. Don't you see, if I'm not married to you, then I don't have to prove anything. All I would have to be is just myself. I would not have to wait in the kitchen for everybody who comes in.
Please, you're not telling the truth.
Yes, I am.
That's not the truth.
Yes, it is. It is.
Is it my fault?
Yes, yes.
All right. I'll go speak with the priest.
Good morning, fair lady. Come on, the lock is on the wing, and God is in his heaven and all's right with the world. And young Lochinvar has come to the west side to bring you glad tidings and a fresh salami.
Hail to thee, blithe salami bringer, bird thou never wert.
Oh, no? Well, listen to this. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
All right, it's too early in the morning to talk to a cuckoo bird on the intercom. Come on up.
Shall I bring the salami with me?
Any friend of yours. Friend of mine.
I brought my friend.
Oh, hello, friend.
From this moment on, thou shalt be known as Lady Livy.
Oh, if only my poor old mum, who was a charwoman in the Bank of England for 57 years, who was surrounded by wealth she could have no part of, could be here this minute. Oh, but alas, she is dead these 6 months past.
Well, have no fear, my lady. She really isn't dead at all.
What's that?
No, merely in a cataleptic trance, from which she recovered this very morning.
Oh.
The proof is she had me deliver that salami, which she was on her way to get 6 months ago when this trance descended on her.
Ah, 'tis true, everything is true.
I hope so.
Oh, may I comment that you are in a lovely mood this morning?
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Well, aren't I always?
Not before coffee.
I see. Well, I got up early this morning and I apprehended 4 desperate criminals.
Oh, yes? Anyone I know?
Well, I hope you don't number such persons among your acquaintances.
Little does he know of my sordid past, when I, under the name of Crazy Gretchen, performed reckless deeds, consorted with the lowest of the low, the vilest of the vile, highwaymen, assassins, cut purses, and the like.
I know. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't?
I don't.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
I don't either. Say, you know what we got for sandwiches?
And what do we have for sandwiches?
Well, we've got egg salad, and we've got a peanut butter, and we've got jam. How about a salami and peanut butter?
You know, if we were in the old country, there wouldn't be such a hate between us. I don't know, Josephine, this is a golden country. But what happens to the children, to the parents? But what did we do wrong that you should have such a hate against us? Maybe because we don't talk good English.
Oh, come on, Mama.
Well, I don't talk good English. I talk in a broke English. But when I think in Italiano, and I don't mean in a broken way.
I know, Mama.
And don't think I'm a fool, huh?
I don't, Mama.
Don't think because something is said that comes out of my mouth that makes it wrong, huh? No.
I love to watch the clothing on the clothesline. All kinds of colors, all kinds of shapes. Everything nice and clean. Come and look. Maybe the words don't say, but come and look with your own eyes. Well.
Why you torture your husband? I'm not mad at you. I talk like a mother to a child. Why you make your husband's life so unhappy? Is he a bad man?
I'm a bad girl.
But I'm asking why.
I'm asking you and Papa why I had to marry him.
Because that was the best thing
Oh,
to
it
do.
was?
Yes. You run wild. So Papa and me, we think we must find for you an old man. Good man with some sense to hold you down.
I was not wild. What do you know? I was like every other American girl.
Wild girl, all of you.
Now I married him, all right? Now I'm not wild anymore, all right? He got his money's worth, huh?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm talking about him and Papa sitting down and talking over my dowry. What do you think I was? Do you think I was deaf?
But that's the way they do in the old country. You gotta make the marriage, and so they talk about the dowry.
I'm not old country.
Where are you going?
I'm going up on the roof.
And what's up on the roof?
That's as close as I can get to heaven.
I got a new kind of character for Dick Tracy. Upside down face.
I bet they used him already.
I bet you're not.
I bet you the guy that makes that Dick Tracy must go out of his mind trying to figure out new type criminals.
Yeah, you got something there. It's Little Orphan Annie. Now there's another one. I mean, how to figure out a new type of trouble for her. No, I bet she's been in every kind of trouble there ever was.
They run out of trouble for Little Orphan Annie. You ain't gonna see in the papers anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, where you going?
I'm gonna talk to her.
Now leave her alone.
Come on, what's it gonna hurt if I talk to her? Look at the way she's standing there. She wants company.
You go over and talk to her. Her husband comes up to find her, and he throws you out the window like he did that guy last night. Except he was on the first floor, and you're in the roof.
Come on, what's the harm? I thought maybe you'd like me to read the funnies to you on this lovely morning. I mean, you look a little lonely. Maybe you look unhappy. Huh? Am I wrong to suspect unhappiness?
Leave me alone.
I respect your feelings. You want to talk? I'm gonna stand here without talking.
Go away.
Let me introduce myself, Mrs. Scarzi. See, I know your name, but you don't know mine. My name is John. This is my friend Fred. Now, my friend Fred, he doesn't want to talk to you because he's afraid your husband might get the wrong idea and beat him up. But I say we don't mean any harm. Hey, what's it gonna cost you to talk to us? What else you gotta do? Even if there was something on the television you wanted to see, you wouldn't be up here on the roof, huh?
Okay? You want me to kiss you too? Trying to find some peace for myself. Please, take me for a walk in the park. I want to take off my shoes and walk in the park, on the grass, without shoes.
So go ahead.
I don't want to walk by myself. Run after me!
Father, I got a big trouble.
You want to make your confession, my son?
I do that too. But first, I want to ask you something. I need an annulment for my marriage.
Why?
Because it's a bad marriage. I'm making my wife sick of me. My wife is just like a little bird. Some birds belong in a cage, you know. Once, when I was a boy in my town, I see a woodcutter put lime on a tree branch and he catch a bird. Then he put the bird in a cage. And the bird to keep knocking his head against the cage, just to keep knocking his head. Finally, Either the bird is gonna die, or they gotta let him go. That's my wife.
A marriage isn't a cage. A marriage is a sacrament of God.
If I make a big mistake in this marriage...
Then you better find a way to unmake your mistake, my son.
Well, it's not for me. It's for her.
It's not for you to say. You're being very generous with something that's not yours to give away.
She's a young woman. She got her whole life.
And you're going to be gracious and kind and free your wife from the necessity of your presence, huh?
She could get married again.
Well, you didn't make this marriage. And you're sure you're not going to unmake it. Because it belongs not to you, but to God and the church.
I want to make her free.
You weren't listening to me, were you, my son?
Excuse me, Father. Excuse me. I feel so deep. I hurt so much for her pain.
These things you should have thought of before the marriage, my son.
Please help me.
You bring your wife to me here. I will talk to the both of you. I want to tell you, my son, I am deeply shocked at your request.
Ma dove sei?
You look for your daughter?
Yeah, she told me she was coming up in the roof.
Not since I've been here.
Oh.
Oh, no. You start out to go to some place and instead you go to the other place.
Yeah, you're right. You should write that in the book, mister. That's the story of everybody's life.
Sit down and enjoy the sun.
Ma che sit down and sit down. I don't know. My daughter, she looks at the clothes on the line and she sees something. I look at it. For me, it's clothes on the line. I don't see nothing. I wash 100 and thousands of pieces and I put them on the line to dry and I don't see nothing. Maybe I'm missing something.
Oh,
my God.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, come on, you got Roxy. Hey, give me my shoe.
Everybody
come
goes
on.
barefoot today.
Hey, come on. Hey, come on, give me my shoe, will you? Oh, come on. Oh, come on, give me my shoe.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
I'm looking for my wife. She was upstairs with her mother, but now there's nobody there, and I want very much to talk to her.
I seen her go to the park.
Uh-huh, the park. With her mother?
No, there were two young men with her.
What do you tell him that for?
What's the matter?
What did he do last night when he finds her with the young man? What did he do? He threw him out the window, eh?
I didn't think.
You didn't think.
Stop. Give me the knife.
Hey, that's mine. I got no rights. Mine now.
What do you think? I'm going to let you play with the knife and kill somebody? Go home.
Come on, let's get
What for? What did he need a knife for? What do you think? So I can stick somebody. I told you. What kind of a fool are you to tell a husband his wife is with two young men? Mrs. Ametto! Mrs. Ametto! What do you think she's gonna do? I'm gonna go. Mrs. Ametto! Mrs. Ametto! Mrs. Ametto!
That's not very flattering, you know. If we only have 5 minutes to spend together instead of the whole day, the least you can do is make it an undivided 5 minutes.
I thought I saw the car coming. I'm sorry the day's broken up like this.
If at first you don't succeed,
Try again next week.
try again next week.
That's
That's a date.
What comes out of a chimney?
Smoke. May our wish never be broke.
All right, break it up.
Who am I, Frank?
Hi, Liv.
Sorry to break up your picnic, Liv.
Fill me in.
Well, a woman called up to say that guy was pushed out the window, and the guy who did it is out in the park with a knife looking to kill his wife.
Have some sandwiches. I find I can't use them.
I'll call you later, Vic.
Bye, Liv.
I was on the roof and I didn't hear nothing. I can't understand it. I don't know.
This is the girl's mother, like you asked, Lieutenant. Mrs. Ametto. This is Detective Lieutenant Parker. Ametto.
Mrs. Ametto, we'd appreciate it if you'd come to the park with us and point out your daughter and your son-in-law.
Well, what did they do? Oh, they didn't do nothing. Today is Sunday.
He's got a knife, Mrs. Ametto. A witness saw him take this knife from a group of boys right after he found out that your daughter was in the park with two young men.
Well, who said it? We saw it with our own eyes. We were standing right here. We seen the whole thing. I called the police myself. He's going to kill them all three, the boys, Josephine, everybody.
Will you come with us, please?
You owe me 15 cents. Because I bought one for me, one for her.
Where did you do this again?
What?
Son.
What I mean? You take off my shirt and go leave me? What do I have to do? Nothing.
Don't talk with your mouth full, will you?
Josephine.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Look at you.
Come on, get out.
Josephine, I look all over for you.
I was here in the park.
I went to see the priest. He said no.
Oh.
Hey there, leave her alone.
Hey, leave her alone, fella.
Come on.
Josephine, listen to me. You're my wife. This thing is done. You're just a little girl, but you must grow up and become a woman so you can become a good wife. Because if you don't, the rest of your life is going to be misery. You must make up your mind. There's nothing else.
There he is.
Stop the car.
Look out for his knife! Look out for his knife in his pocket!
Get the knife! Get the knife! You still got it!
He came to kill! He came to kill!
Hey, come on, strike it up, break it. Hey, come on, buddy. What? I got no knife. You Shoemaker's wife. Put on your shoes. I'm going home.
There are 8 million stories in the naked city. This has been one of them.
Screen Gems film presentation from Columbia Pictures, produced by Herbert B. Leonard.